what project would you be working on, basically?
My project is to introduce the X-Men into the MCU universe. And
Nice.
I would I was listening to you both, and I would find a way to introduce them to the two projects Uni has, particularly Commander. You spoke of Captain America. I would start there first. Now, if I remember your pitch exactly, Cap is sort of in some sort of semi-retirement, but considering
Hmm.
was also moving his relationship with Sharon Carter, he's taking a step back. My first thing would be to get Captain Rogers, is to get him out of retirement. I think Secretary Ross will be assassinated. He will be not
Mm.
assassinated, but murdered. He's going to be murdered. And they don't know how he was murdered because he seemed to be murdered by his own gun. And they're going to lead invest while he has been murdered. Cap realizes that there's a huge gap in leadership, and also that Ross was, and one reason is because I hated Ross, so I don't care. I've got to find some way to get rid of that douche. So he's going to be assassinated. And when he is assassinated, Rogers feels that he must now step up into leadership. It may or may not cause a little bit of a rift with him and Sharon, who seems to be liking the fact that Cap is totally hers, but now he wants to push up into leadership again. He will not be Captain America because this is Bucky and Bucky. My understanding, well, this is Bucky on his way to becoming the new Cap. I like that idea. The first thing I would do is that arm is now going to be made of animanium because now we have the X-Men in the universe and we can use the animanium. Then vibranium, it's going to be animanium, much like the claws are put on Wolverine. Another thing, while Bucky is part of his training, is I want Bucky to have therapy with Professor X, and Bucky will be staying at the mansion with Professor X helps him with his demons, and he will be assisted by Xavier and Jean Grey. Jean Grey is still Jean Grey right now; she's not the Phoenix, but they're going to try to see if they can exercise those demons. While he's there, somebody recognizes him, and that person is going to be Logan, who remembers he can't believe he's seeing him because he probably thought he was lost in the war or whatever, something like that. I also think this. I'm going to push the rating on my movie to PG-13 to R because I want more action in this film, particularly coming from the Winter Soldier scenes. I want to kick
You don't
his
need to be an
scenes into
R to,
gear.
to have more action.
Right,
You need
exactly,
you need an
exactly.
R. You need an R if you want it to be bloody.
Mm-mm. Well, I don't think I need to be
Uh,
very bloody, but I
well,
do want some
here's the thing,
action.
Leia.
Hmm.
Would you propose to be bl- uh the first the first female, aka the first black female, to introduce an R-rated MCU movie? Not Blade.
Yes.
That's not Blade,
Oh
basically.
goodness! Oh goodness!
Oh, right.
Oh,
Real boundaries are
Hitting
being.
all the boxes. Hitting all the boxes.
yes, because I think Bucky's past is very dark, and I think that I would very much would like the some violence and some blood because Bucky's
Mhm.
particularly with Darky's dark past. It is dark. He is and I think that yeah, I always felt that when you're dealing with his story, you need to kick this up and kick this out of Kidsville. There's no more kid gloves of this anymore. So I would be the first one to welcome that, and I think the audience would love it because it wouldn't be just gratuitous. It would have to do with the dark place he's trying to get from. So maybe while Professor is getting inside that head of his, he sees all this blood and gore, this violence that the Winter Soldier has been responsible for. So yeah, I would be all for that. And also remember, and Ross is going to be assassinated, so there should be some
We
blood
want to
dripping from his body after
Leia,
he's
So
been
let
Leia
me
has
killed.
a
ask this.
question.
Let me ask this question real quick. What does this have to do with the X-Men?
I was about to ask
Well,
that exact same question. Was Ross going to be murdered by a mutant?
yes, Ross is
Because if
going to
he's
be.
murdered by a mutant,
Yeah,
this is already it sets
I
it in
think
the
I
up.
know who she's probably bringing in.
yes, yeah. That's going to be the one who does the killing. That's going to be. He's going to want to do the
I'm
killing
the
for
best
certain
at what I
reason.
do, and what I do ain't pretty. Let's go, bub. We gotta play that beat in the background when Wolverine
Yeah.
reels himself in front of whoever's the main hero of this proposed introduction of the X-Men movie.
Well, see, I'm not bringing in everybody. I'm trying to pick the X-Men characters I feel could kick it off and open the door to more characters. But I know Xavier is going to be part of that because he's going to be the therapist to Bucky Barnes. I know Jean Grey is going to be part
Oh,
of this. Yeah, he's going to be Bucky Barnes's therapist to
color
because
me intrigued.
yes, yeah, because I like the idea of his road to becoming Captain America, but on that road we got to get rid of some of that mental block, and that's where Xavier comes in, and maybe he'll report to Steve a while and let him know how he's doing. While all this is going on, there is a assassination, and
Yes,
assassination will be
I
it
like
will be a mutant,
it. Which
and
also makes sense too, because then they could call in Steve Rogers, and Steve Rogers deduces that it is a mutant that murdered Thunderbolt Ross, and comes
right,
to Xavier and tells him that a high-profile American representative has been murdered by a mutant.
exactly.
Hello,
Uh,
Steve. And who the hell are you? Senator Kelly. I'm here to talk to you about this case of what happened to Thunderbolt Ross. It appears that there were some claw marks within his chest. We have the information that we can provide you, director of Shield. He goes by the name of Wolverine.
Now
Ooh,
Was
that
that's a good idea.
yeah. Now
That's
here's the thing: Logan, Wolverine, Bucky, and Steve all relations because they fought in the war together. So that's how those three are connected. If I must put
mhm.
it in like that. So I think
Mhm.
that triangle works as far as introducing an X-Men. But I like where you're
Mind
going
you,
with that.
as much as I'd love to see Hugh Jackman done the costume, which was a
Mhm.
big travesty on 20th Century Fox's part, we need to cast a new actor
I
for.
Oh, I
agree. I was
already.
thinking the
I
same
think.
thing.
I
I was
think Scott
absolutely agree.
Eastwood right there. I'm already throwing in
Yeah,
Scott.
yeah. I
Who?
was thinking the same thing.
Scott Eastwood. He was in a Suicide Squad. I'm trying to think what else was he in.
He was
Uh,
also when he also in Pacific Rim Uprising.
yes, he was. I'm
Let
trying
me
to
see
remember what else was
if
he.
he got the look for it.
Take
I
one look.
agree.
He was also
I Go ahead, Leia. Plus, say.
I agree with you guys. I do think Wolverine should be recast. So I definitely do agree with that. I agree with you.
despite the fans' protests. Like that's what I mean by fuck them.
Yeah,
We're doing. Look, we're giving you guys what you want. We're doing this. Come on, we're
but you
doing
know,
this.
I
add
wouldn't
new
say it
act.
exactly like that. I would say we. Well, I think we're going to need to refer to our lawyer on this one, but I'm going to say we're breaking new ground here, and obviously we're not going to appeal to everybody, but I'm just saying give us a chance. Let
Hmm.
us prove to you we can do it.
Because I want to go on the path of getting Barnes the shield in his hand. So
Mhm.
I'm thinking that this is
That's already going to be established from my movie.
Yeah,
well, kind of think of my idea as either the
it's a filler.
sequel or the next phase, or it's a filler, and
Yeah.
that's
Mhm.
the things to do,
Well, that's
especially for
basically what we're probably going to be established right now. We're going to do
yeah.
filler episodes during Phase 4. We're going
But
to
the
Mhm.
start
bigger
off with
world,
yeah.
exactly. But the bigger world is that Ross has been assassinated, and we all agree on who is the one that's going to do the assassination. And
Mhm.
we know that Rogers already knows, and I do like the idea of Rogers going to Xavier saying, now does Rogers say he knows who it is, but would Xavier already know what he's thinking?
He's
Or
basically
Oh,
telling him we.
that's another thing we need to do too. Recast sorry, we're going to have to recast uh Charles too.
Yeah, unfortunately. Do we know any
Yeah,
good British bald guys?
for Charles Xavier,
we can do
oh
it.
goodness.
We can do Bryan Cranston.
Oh, that would actually be really good, actually.
Yeah, I kind of
He
like
can do
that.
bald.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can
He was bald
either
on
him.
Breaking Bad, was he not?
Yep. All you gotta
Yeah.
do is
He's also.
shave off his beard.
Did any
What
of you guys
about?
ever
Dead ringer.
see him? Didn't he was also? We also have seen him in a wheelchair before, and that kept him and Kevin Hart in that movie. That was a great movie.
It was. I
Mm-hmm.
saw
Was
that.
it the up?
If
Was
I,
it the
Yeah.
upside?
The haves and have-nots, I think it's called.
Yeah.
because
A
if you were
remake to a
thinking another
French movie. Sorry, go ahead,
right,
Leia.
if you were thinking of a British guy, I was thinking Andrew Lincoln, who was Rick from The Walking Dead, but because he's British
Ooh.
because he's British, yeah, he's very very British accent. So I was
Andrew
thinking,
Lincoln as Charles Xavier. He a tall
yeah,
motherfucker too.
yeah,
Excuse me.
yes, he is.
That's the only thing I have an issue with. He's gonna be a tall ass Charles Xavier.
Well,
He
you
would
got to
be
remember
sitting.
he's going to be sitting throughout the entire movie.
He's still gonna be tall, man.
I think he's like the big gentle giant. He's a tall guy, but he's got this. He's got this.
I can see it. Here's the thing though. I do see it though. I do
Mhm.
see it. He got that big strong chin. And what's my criteria for Charles Xavier? A big ass strong chin. Well, that goes for every superhero. They gotta have that chiseled chin, and Andrew Lincoln got a chiseled ass chin. That man got a man chin. He got a man. I'm a post it. I'm gonna post it in the private chat. Y'all check it out and see
Yes,
if I'm lying. See
no,
if
I
I'm lying.
believe you.
That man got a man. I'm looking at. I'm like, bro, I'm falling in love with your chin right now. Only because I wish
I
I
got
had a man chin like that. There you go. There is in
Ah,
private chat.
I got a
mhm.
question
Look at
for
that
you.
smile. Look at that smile. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that is
So
a
That
we all,
man
smile.
is
Yep,
cheesy.
yep,
yes.
yep.
So we
That's
all
a
agree that there is our new Charles Xavier, and he is if you want to keep him British, you can because Lincoln is British but he can also do American
this.
accent. So
Yep.
Mhm.
either way you go, he
And
can do either way.
here's a more serious face that he's given. Tell me that don't speak Charles Xavier.
Ooh, that oozes Xavier. Yeah, that oozes Xavier.
Yes. Scooney, you had a question for me?
Yeah, I
Listen to Doug Powell. Mark
got.
Strong.
Ooh, Mark Strong.
Oh, that's a good one too. Yeah.
Well, he's kind of been typecast as villainous, but he could pull it off.
I dare I say I cast him as Magneto too. If we had to
Yeah.
recast Magneto. Mark
Yeah.
Strong as
Yep.
Magneto. That bruh,
Um.
Mark Strong. Who he play off of mostly? Mark Strongly.
Who did he play off of? Oh, what was his
Well,
name?
what do you mean by play? You mean who he's worked with?
No, yeah, I'm saying like actor wise, because here's the thing about Mark Strong. There was somebody that he played off of so well that made me scream. That could be Charles and Magneto, and he would be Magneto. I think he would
Was
play
that
really good off. Go
was that
ahead,
Colin
Leia.
Firth? Was that Colin Firth from X-Men? I mean, from Kingsman? Colin Firth,
Colin Firth
the
can work as an
mhm,
Xavier. Colin Firth,
Yeah.
mhm.
I can kind of see it. He'll be a Robin Williams looking Charles Xavier, but I can kind of see it.
Xavier is supposed to
Mhm.
be this friendly person, this very open and friendly person. Like I could see
Here's the
Colin
thing.
Firth.
He can be like what his character was in Kingsman as Charles Xavier. That's where I
Yeah.
can see it. He does,
You need
man. He worked.
someone that can persuade you very well, and we all know that there's a charm that that Michael Fassbender did so beautifully. There is this charm where he can win you over
Yeah.
if you give him
Without
enough
even
time to talk
using
to
his
you.
question, I still got a
Go ahead.
question. Do you want the world to, in this universe right now, does the world know about mutants, or is this just a government cover up right now?
In
Because
my mind, go ahead.
in my mind's eye, the reason why Thunderbolt Ross was murdered was because he was okaying Project Wide Awake,
I was
which was
thinking.
Hmm.
the
I was
creation of the Sentinel.
Schooner, you read my mind. That's what I was thinking. That before the snap, during the Civil War, behind the scenes, he was working on creating Sentinels, and that is one of the and the mutant that commits this murder finds out about it, or finds out this has been going on for some time now, and had no choice but to do what he had to do. And
Mhm.
so I was thinking the same thing. And the question is, how much does Xavier knew about it, or was it hidden from himself? So when Rogers comes to confront him, you know,
Night,
Roger
He
Brian.
goes,
become
yeah.
yeah,
Ooh, I like
yeah,
that. He comes to
yeah.
confront him
Catch you
because
on the
he
back
needs.
watch for Troopers take and our little comedy bit at the end. Cause
And
who will be your characters? Cause you already know how I established my characters in, in
I'm,
in the new Captain America. Who will be your X-Men cast?
my X-Men
Would it-
cast will be Wolverine, Charles, Jean Grey. Was it Wolverine, Charles, Jean Grey? And I was thinking of somehow, but it may be overboard, but I was thinking also bringing in, we'll have to recast him, of course, but bringing in Magneto, because maybe it's not, but I feel somehow to bring, because I was thinking that what gets that, and this, tell me if this is overboard, but maybe Sam goes is while he's working with what you're saying, schooling these new recruits. Sam is on
Mhm.
this mission or something, and Sam has got his wings, discovers something, and he run across Magneto. Magneto injures him very, very badly, because we
I
know
like that.
Sam's wings are metal. He gets the worst beating that he's ever gotten ever in his life, because we've never seen Sam Wilson really torn down. He gets
Especially going
just
against a super powered foe.
yeah, a superpower foe. And maybe Sam goes into this confident, because he really didn't know who Eric Schlinsler is. And then Eric Linder just gives him the worst beat down with using his own wings.
I have it. I
And
know, and I know why. I know why. Because
what?
before he killed Thunderbolt Ross, he took the files on Project Wide Awake to figure out where the Sentinels are being built, and he's going to go to where and destroy the Sentinels. And
Right. Yeah.
that's what the X-Men have to do. They have to stop him because, and it's not
Completely
about,
agree.
and he's not gonna, and they're not gonna say no, we're not. And Magneto's gonna make the argument, you're really gonna protect the people who are openly going for our extinction. And Charles is saying, I'm here to stop you from making it worse. And he's like, how could it possibly get any worse than this? They're making weapons to hunt us down and to kill us. We have to destroy them now. And he's going like, or we can show them a better path, that we are peaceful, and you know, that whole shtick. And if
I
it is
like
a
that.
government, and if it is a government building that they're defending, I'm thinking Captain Rogers, which is really great. He tells Sam about what's going on. He tells Sam, what I'm about to tell you doesn't leave this room. It stays between you and me. He tells him about mutants and these government facilities that are building these sentinels, and that he needs Sam to protect them should there be a breach, which would explain why. And this could lead to an argument between Charles Xavier and Captain America, because
Hmm.
Charles goes to Rogers and says, "You went behind my back and told told a friend, and now your friend got injured, you know, and stuff like that." And Steve was like, going, "Your friend, you know, went after a government facility. I had to protect the government facility." And this could
I
be an
like.
argument this could lead to an argument where Charles says, you know, you're for the common good, Captain America. Whose side are you on? And this is where Captain America is feeling the difficulty of the responsibilities in Ross's chair.
Yes,
Mhm.
exactly. I like that. I like that. And that is how, while he's defending, I love all of that, Scooney. That is great. Because I was thinking along that line. But one of the costs is this very serious injury to Sam Wilson at the hands of
Mhm.
Magneto.
Oh,
Because
I
he,
even love
he
the
doesn't,
idea of
Mhm.
I
yeah,
even
at
love
the
the
hands
idea that when they're fighting, Magneto is just toying with them. He first lets Sam, you know, try his best out on him, and he's just like saying, if you're really the best the humans got, then humanity is completely screwed.
Mhm.
exactly, I agree. And
And if
Sam says,
Falcon is flying right towards them at full speed, what does Magneto do? he just uses his power of metal and he just lets him crash on the ground. Not only that, he drags him on the ground, picks him up, and tosses him left, right, and throws him around.
That'll be delivered by Mark Strong. That line that you said, Schooner.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I could see him saying that line. Yeah, and that causes the worst beating Sam has ever gotten, and Rogers goes to the hospital, and that's one of the calamities of what you just explained is that Sam is going to be badly injured, and then now you got to get Barnes ready, and maybe because of this guilt, Steve doesn't want to pick up the shield, but well, Commander, we got to get Barnes out there, and that's
Mm-hmm.
when we get the Winter Soldier to come into the picture now because of what's going on, because the guilt Rogers is going through, what the command is going through, but there's still got to be some physical play. And that's where the winter, well, he's not the winter. I don't want to use the Winter Soldier to the persona, but that's where they got to put him in the costume of being the new Cap. Now,
Right.
who knows? Would Xavier, would he know Bucky is the new Cap, or maybe is that something Rogers would keep
He
to
doesn't need to
himself?
know.
Okay, yeah.
Nobody
Okay.
knows. Let's just put it this way. Even though the story of Captain America, the second, as I like to
Mhm.
project it, because I'm not sure what title I would use for Captain America for confusion's sake.
Mhm.
Nobody had no, it shouldn't even be that shouldn't even be a question of whether or not people know that Bucky is Captain America. Everybody knows. Well, if anything, people will just think either Steve is still operating as Captain America, or it's just Captain America is just still operating. Period. Captain America is going to continue to fight for country and of course for the world if need be,
Mm-hmm.
because that's Captain America's character, which is Bucky's character now, following Steve's example. So it's not really going to be a question whether people know. It doesn't matter. That the answer is it doesn't matter.
I got a
If
question for Leia plus size.
Go ahead.
Are you going to keep that X-Men evolution past where Captain America liberated Magneto's camp? Or no? Did they never met in the World War?
Well, here's the thing.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I know that question was pointed at Leia, but let me put it like this. We can actually capitalize on that. We only saw a montage of what Captain America did in the first Avenger.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a montage doesn't really say. Here's the thing about where people here's the thing about montages that people tend to gloss over they tend to gloss over, like they think that the montage is basically all that everything that they done within that montage.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what battles, what every battle that Captain America took part in. Just the
Mm-hmm.
ones that were shown to us. So who
Right.
knows, in one of those battles, Captain America saved a Polish child from the crematorium, if you
Yeah.
will.
Right. Okay.
You-
I'll go with
It
that.
also works too because Eric's camp could be right by a Hydra base.
That's another thing.
Yeah.
Like what they were doing. Like he could be one of those people that what they were doing. Wanda and Pietro.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Yeah, I
Mhm.
do. I
Now,
remember that. Yeah.
I know this is gonna upset Melissa in the comments. They will not be related to Magneto here.
No.
The Maxim,
Okay.
there's no, they're not established as Maximoff, so we're not gonna go there. He's gonna be his
I,
own person. In fact, if we do want a Magneto child, it will be Lorna.
Oh, I like
okay,
that.
I see. I like that. I
Like
do. I
that.
like that.
For
I
a
like
sake of
that.
Magneto's children, it will be Lorna that will be his child in this universe. So
Leia plus size. I also had an intriguing idea, just building off of Sam getting horribly injured. What if he has to wear a suit that until he recovers, and it looks like the Falcon suit from the comics?
nice. Well, he already looked like
Yes.
that in the later movies, like
He
in
does.
Civil War.
No, he does look like that in Civil War. That is true.
Oh.
I just
Oh.
thought any excuse to give him a mask.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you go.
yeah. While he recovers. Yeah, exactly. And so
Mm.
many X-Men. I just want to say, the reason I don't have every X-Men is that this is supposed to open the door to more.
I like it.
So this is just that's why I wanted to start, because I think all of these characters, the way we got it, everybody connects. So
Mhm.
you have Steve, Bucky, Logan, and then you have
So you're saying that the ones who are going to fight, because I'm thinking the final battle is obviously going to take place in a Sentinel facility, correct?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
In
we got
fact,
to deal with this.
I would even love the idea if Captain America is going to. Captain America is somewhat of a temporary placeholder for Thunderbolt Ross's position, because Thunderbolt Ross was known for his underhandedness, which has
Right.
kind of put a lot of politicians in a bad light right now. So to put Captain America in that position would kind of get a lot of heat off of their back. So Captain America is Steve Rogers. Sorry, I keep saying Captain America. Steve Rogers is put in there, and he's now got all this, like I said, this responsibility thrown on him, and he's trying to manage what he's going to do in that position. And I'm thinking this is a perfect time to introduce the head of Project Wide Awake, Henry Gyrich.
Okay, yeah, the guy Rick. That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
Gyrich is the head of Project Wide Awake, which would also lead to the third act when Gyrich, after the fight between Magneto and the X-Men and even Bucky. I even like that too, because Magneto could even say, "You're no Captain America."
Yeah, I could imagine Magneto saying something like that. Yeah,
You're no.
I can imagine
He
him
says, "I know Captain America. You're no Captain America."
I like
And
that.
it leads after what seems like if Charles Xavier can actually get through to Magneto, maybe he does get through to him. Gyrich activates the prototype Sentinel, which then activates and begins fighting the X-Men.
Yeah, that's even a bigger problem. Yeah, I like that. And Bucky would be helping the X-Men fight the Sentinels.
Yeah.
Are you thinking that? Okay, yeah.
He's helping them fight the Sentinel, and Gyrich can say, Magneto, we've got files on many mutants, but you were the one that this thing was specifically made for. These things were made specifically to fight you because you are the master of magnetism, and what today is not made of metal. So we used the we could say it's plastic or something like that so that Magneto can't fight it.
Right, Magneto is, and that maybe he's in a situation and Bucky has to save him or something.
Exactly.
Get back,
Bucky ends up saving him, and he tells Magneto that he's got a plan, that the Sentinel may not have been made of metal, but his arm and shield is. So Magneto, with the help of the X-Men,
let me address Melissa Harris real quick. She said that the twins were retconned into the. That was not a retcon. That was that's establishing its own continuity within the MCU. That's not technically a retcon, or at least in the case what they're doing with the twins now in the Marvel comic universe. Yes, you can call that a retcon, but as far as what the MCU did with the twins, the Maximoff twins, that is not a retcon. That is established continuity. So as much as you would want us to fix that, Melissa, we can't do that. Or at least here's the thing: we are trying to move forward with the Phase 4. We can't just be slowing down to retcon some things that Marvel should have done.
Yeah.
Respectfully, I'm on your side, Melissa. It's kind of screwed. Like that's the thing. That's the thing. That's the thing about the MCU. They never established the X-Men in their own continuity because they weren't really interested in the X-Men at all, for that matter. And besides, when you really boil it down to it, the Maximoff twins were introduced within the Avengers universe before they even were made the children of Magneto, and then they keep on changing them from not being.
that was the funny thing about the legal dispute that there was when they were in, because Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver were very much associated with the Avengers. In fact, they were like really in the Avengers universe
Mm-hmm.
and the X-Men universe. So there was a dispute. Fox and Marvel Studios decided this wasn't going to lead into a legal battle. They were just going to say the X-Men, Fox's X-Men universe holds the title of the word mutant. So Marvel Studios couldn't use mutant, so they had to call them something else.
Right. And that's why I said now that they legally have it back, that's why Bucky's arm, I think in the comics, I could be wrong, people correct me, I think in the comics Bucky's arm was made of adamantium, but in the movie it's vibranium because they did not have the rights to the X-Men, and adamantium is associated with Wolverine is associated with X-Men, therefore they can't use it. But now, and our trooper, if I'm stepping over here, they have the rights back. So now I can say Bucky's new arm that he gets is going to be adamantium, just like the same what is used on the claws of Wolverine is what his arm is made of, making that arm pretty hard to
It only says what the first arm was made out of in Winter Soldier and later on Civil War.
That. It's just that
the latest arm he get from Wakanda is definitely made of vibranium.
Yeah, I'm going to throw that out the window and say that, well, he's got a new one, but this time it's going to be adamantium, and make it the same material that Wolverine has with those. It's supposed to be the most indestructible metal, so that arm is not going to be that easy to. He's going to have some good strength out of that arm.
But wait, ain't vibranium supposed to be unbreakable? No, it can. See, this is one thing y'all keep forget. This is why you so-called comic fans don't understand the difference between vibranium and adamantium. Adamantium is unbreakable. Vibranium uses repels kinetic energy, which is any impact happen upon it. It's reflected. That doesn't make it unbreakable. It's just like what Thanos' sword did to Cap's shield. It can withstand impacts for as long as it can. It doesn't mean it's unbreakable. So that's so us giving Bucky the adamantium cybernetic arm is definitely a vast upgrade. Because that's basically what I'm saying.
Because and I don't know if I think Commander, you said this, because and this is where I want to push an R rating, because when Bucky throws that shield will take somebody's head off. It's not going to be. It will totally because when he throws that shit with that arm,
Professor probably not going to like it.
I actually, we can actually cut out the middleman right here. Instead of taking a guy's head off, you can always say when it hits somebody in the face, you get a nosebleed.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll compromise. I
was he's going to be the one Captain America that used guns. So
yes.
Oh, that is true. You're right. He does.
Yeah, he does.
So, just tying up. How do you see your X-Men movie ending?
I wanted to end. I wanted to end. I haven't thought that out yet. I know it's peace for now, but the problem has not totally been eliminated. Because the problem, if you can help me with the ending, because I want to open the door to more of the mutants. These are the only mutants, but I know there's Rogue, and there's we got Storm, and we've got
I got it.
Cyclops.
So they defeat the Sentinel, and it's over. And Magneto wants to kill Gyrish, but Charles convinces him to take.
I got an end credit idea.
He okay. Very quick. Hang on. Xavier barely is able to convince Magneto to not kill Gyrish, to take a leap of faith, to trust the human. Gyrish says, you've just made a big mistake. I'm going to come back and I'm going to destroy all this. And Steve Rogers comes in and says, no, you're not. I've shut down Project Wide Awake. He shut down Project Wide Awake, and that Gyrish is under arrest. for, and Magneto, he basically also says too, though, he has to take in Magneto, but Magneto will not be taken. Magneto
Right.
says that he's going to leave and he's going to keep the faith of humanity for now, but he's skeptical. He says, "One day, Charles, you're going to come to me for help, and I will be there." And he leaves. Of course, the mutant, the
Sam
whole.
Proctor.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't made. It wasn't made of vibranium. That's why Iron Man was able to shatter it.
Right. Yeah. Right. It
The
wasn't that
second
arm.
arm. The second arm he receives in Infinity War was the vibranium arm, not
Right.
the original one.
Right.
That's why it broke at the joint of the elbow in Winter Soldier. That was not a vibranium arm.
I agree. Yep. Yep. I agree. That's what it was. Scooney, that's a good. I like that, Scooney. And now did you say we're going to have?
But hang on. After Magneto leaves, so obviously the whole incident have made national news, and a special committee into Project Wide Awake is going to be a special committee to investigate Project Wide Awake is going to be underway, and leading the investigation is Senator Robert Kelly.
Oh, okay. More politics. I like that.
It's Senator Robert Kelly, and obviously this is the moment when they do the investigation. They're going to discover the Sentinel. Why was the giant robot being made? And Kelly is now looking for the truth. And that's when he finds out about mutants.
I like that. I like that. That sounds great. Now,
yeah, right.
Gander,
for my end credit scene.
Yeah, now we get an end credit scene. Yeah.
So, assuming you guys don't introduce Wolverine, I mention him by name at all. I propose to have the Hulk running around, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he turns to his right, and there's a fist, and then you hear "King!"
Oh, I like that.
Like you see the claws come out. You see the claws come out, fade to dark. Let's go, bub.
I like it.
I love that. Now, wait a minute. Now, I got a question. I love that Wolf. Wolf, is that a post-credit scene to what Schooner just explained? Or what Schooner's pitching?
Well, it's also because I'm guessing in Wolf 10's version of Endgame, Hulk didn't become Professor Hulk.
Oh, okay.
No, he was like my rewrite originally. He was still Bruce Banner still. He was still Bruce Banner.
Okay.
Hulk is let's just say this. Hulk is still on that hump about dying, right?
Right.
And I this bears repeating on what my take on Hulk would be. It wouldn't be the Captain Marvel gets headbutted by Thanos scene. It would be Bruce approaching Thanos like he did approaching that serpent in the first Avengers. I'm always angry.
Yes.
But instead it's him speaking to Hulk. Hey, I'm about to take on this guy, and I'd like to see you do better.
Ooh, I like that.
And he's it's like he's saying, "Hey, Hulk, puny." He's like, hey, big guy, I'm about to take on this.
Puny Banner is willing to go up against Thanos, no problem. What does that make you?
And then again, panning away from Banner. We go to Thanos. Thanos is looking at him. He doesn't have no witty quip. He doesn't have no he doesn't have no nothing to say. He just looks at him as an insignificant human, and he's ready to punch him. So he goes to punch him. Green Hand catches his fist.
Love it.
I love that. It's great.
Cue the resounding na 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 na. Hulk got bone to pick with purple chin.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it.
Hulk smash purple chin.
I love that. That is great. And that is how I would end right there with that post-credit scene. I love that.
Mhm.
That was
Setting
like,
up
wow.
of
Wow.
a potential Hulk movie with Wolverine